Child, when I saw Monique's mother-in-law, I said, oh, here we go. Episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, if you didn't, we about to. This review episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac is brought to you by Sling TV. You can catch all your local channels, all your reality TV, and everything you like and more on Sling TV. Go to slingtv.com/promo and use the code FUNKY to get your first 3 months of Sling TV for as low as $15 a month. Moving right along. Did y'all see Chris' mama? Let me tell y'all something. I personally was ready for her to cut up because I was going to wear her behind out. It is something about that woman that triggers me. And largely because she represents so much of what I despise in the black community. And it's this whole toxic, oh, that's Big Mama. And so that's because that's Big Mama, we just supposed to let her say and do whatever it is she want while she's running through the family, dead ass wrong, wreaking havoc, hurting people's feelings all along the way, causing resentment, pain, and a whole lot of other stuff. And maybe I'm taking it largely personal because I see a lot of my grandmother, my mother's mother in her, and the way that my family responded. Oh, that's just Mama. You know how she is, and that just does not work for me. But I will say this. It made me smile when Chris's mother took that microphone and she apologized to Monique. Everything about what that woman did at that dinner was wrong. Last season when she called Monique a heifer and was like, didn't I get that heifer straight? You know what I'm saying? And it honestly, you know, it reveals a deeper truth, right? Which is, yes, she apologized. She still feel that way. She still feel that way about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm just human and I'm just real. And people's feelings about people don't just change. It like Monday you was a heifer, but Friday you now my daughter that I love. And the funny thing about it is, her issue with Monique has nothing to do with Monique. Her issue is, and we've seen it before, because Mama Joyce went through it with Candy. Her whole thing is, that's my son and I'm being moved out of the way. Now I'm going to tell you where Chris's mom reactivated my fire when she said Chris was supposed to say, that's my mama and she can say whatever she want to say. That right there, y'all, and I did a video on this maybe last week or the week before last. That is toxic as hell. And I caught flack from so many of y'all when I was saying I don't get into all that. Honor thy mother and thy father and thy days shall be long. I don't honor that. I don't honor that at all. And I don't think, you know, and again, in the black community, we do this so much. The moment you challenge how somebody is treating you that happens to be older and your mom or grandma figure, that all of a sudden you are being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm the heathen in the group, I'm going to need y'all to tell me how is it that you honor your mother and your father if they're disrespectful to you, and moreover, how do you honor yourself by allowing somebody to be disrespectful to you? And I know a lot of y'all dropped that in the comments last week and was like, put some distance. You know, put some distance, but forget that. You ain't saying what you want to say to me. And I'm sorry, what's wrong with simply giving people the same energy that they gave you? She called Monique a heifer. So by all of y'all honor that mother folks out there, is it okay for Monique to call her a heifer in return? I just want to know. Nevertheless, it was good to see that the woman apologized, and I'll get off my soapbox about that. Michael starts crying at that dinner with Ashley. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know what to do and how to feel with Ashley and this miscarriage, right? I'm going to try to be real sensitive right here. I ain't never had one. I ain't never been pregnant. At least if I was, I wasn't by the time I woke up. Nevertheless, you know, is there a such thing as pregnant and pregnant? You know what I'm saying? Like, is Ashley truly mourning the loss of life, or she's mourning the loss of the fantasy and the dream that she's built in her head? You know, out of her own mouth, you know, the zygote has not, you know, has been unsuccessful implanting in her uterus. So when Ashley speaks about this loss, I miscarried a child, you know, a life. And I'm trying to be sensitive here. When y'all was in the salt room, Karen Daddy supposedly came back and talked to her. What came back to supposedly talk to you? A boy spirit, a girl spirit, in the middle spirit? Was there a spirit, period? And I'm being super critical here, but I'm trying to understand the loss in relation to the response that we're getting from Ashley and Michael. And I think a large part of the reason why a lot of people are having a hard time accepting Ashley with this miscarriage and this loss, because for me, this baby feels more like a formality. It's like, okay, marry rich man, now have baby. And I'm sorry, that might be wrong, and that might be selfish, and that might be judgmental of all of us on every aspect of what's going on here. But we cannot help that the huge age difference and socioeconomic difference between the two of them is worth raising those questions, because we traditionally have seen wealth gap and age gap that large equals trophy wife and gold digger. Okay, and I'm not saying that's what her situation is. I'm just saying the many before her have messed it up for her, or whatever the case may be. Ashley apologizes to Karen, and Karen wanted to hang. I will say this. I definitely think Ashley is growing up, and she is changing as best she can, as rapidly as she can. Had this miscarriage had much to do with it? Had just the natural progression of life had much to do with it? Or has her looking back over the videos and watching the show and seeing the comments from the viewers have to do with it? I don't know. I'm going to rest equally on all of it, or whatever the case. But I'm glad Karen was open to the possibility of at least hanging out with Ashley. Gizelle's mom comes to town. I like Gizelle's mom a lot. Her dad is cool, thankful. Thanks to him for his contributions. Not necessarily my cup of tea, but I like Gizelle's mom a lot. She's very down to earth and very practical. Then Gizelle decides she is going to purchase another home. She's found the property, but the house looks a mess. Gizelle, don't do it. Don't do it. Talk about, you know, Robin did it. No, Robin didn't do nothing. Robin's still over there trying to do it. And I got a feeling when the reunion come on, Robin ass still gonna be over there trying to sell that doggone house. Okay? And another thing, I'm gonna go back to Gizelle, but Robin gonna say in her confessional, I can't wait to see when I sell this house and get this business off the road, what this is going to do for Juan and I's relationship. You know, and it's so sad, Robin, because I wish you would have spared a lot of us a lot of confusion had you just been honest from the very beginning, the moment we met you, with what was going on with you and Juan. You lost that man money and he was mad as all hell. You know what I'm saying? You lost his fortunes. However, you were to blame for it. And that's why what you do as a business person and a career person, and better yet, the money you bring into the household, that is why it is so important to the success of your relationship, because I was not getting it. I was like, what in the hell does her profession got to do with they love for one another? Because no, you don't messed up that man money. He couldn't. Listen, do you know how much going to the NBA and the NFL, what that mean to little black boys? And what that mean for any doggone body, just get all that doggone money and our life supposed to be set, and you lost it all. And now you live in places where Gizelle got to walk in to do all, see how you had did all of this? I guess, but I don't know. You know, I ain't in a situation, I guess if I'd have lost all that person's money, I would have felt obligated to stick around and be treated secondhand in anything else either. But Gizelle, please don't do it. Well, listen, we've learned from Sheree, it ain't worth it. And Gizelle was like, I want to get something of my own. I want to, I'm about to lock my own self out my phone. I want to get something on my own and show my girls, yada, yada, yada. So I'm guessing the underlying meaning behind that is that must have been the marital home she shared with Jamal Bryant, perhaps. And now she want to own, girl, you better stay put. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all be feeling like y'all need to move and upgrade and all this kind of foolishness. Gizelle, I think your oldest daughter look like she may be going to high school soon. Then the other two gonna be fine. Girl, stay your behind put. Stay put and get your next house with your next man. You know what I'm saying? And leave it be. Ashley go down to the acupuncture. I guess acupuncture. Candiace goes and meets with Gizelle. Candiace, you messy as all hell. You messy. You messy. And it ain't no way around it. I love watching when they bring new housewives. In the first season, how reserved and pulled up everyone is because they haven't gotten a contract yet. So they're trying to make sure they're liked by everyone and that they get in and they get as much camera time as possible because they really want to be on the show, right? And then once they get signed, sealed, delivered, and get that contract, they let their shoulders down, they let their hair down or their bundles down, and they get real comfortable. Candiace, you don't got real comfortable and you're messy. And like you're kind of turning into Ashley in regards to the level of mess that you are getting into. And the reason I say that is because y'all went to New Orleans, and though y'all went on a slave plantation tour, you purposely misrepresented Monique's comments that Katie she was comparing Katie physically to a slave and saying she's acting like a slave. And Monique's words were, she was all prim and proper and pulled up. Now she's free as a bird. Like, I'm a star, give us free. That was the statement. Not, she was all pulled up, prim and proper. Now she's running around like a slave. Give us free. That's not what she said. It was a play on the word free, not a play on slavery, and you know that. You're too smart of a girl to not know it. You're being messy. And it's so funny because Monique has been nothing but nice to you. I don't know. And it feels real high school because no matter what, when y'all get ready to throw somebody up under the bus or be mean, y'all run to Gizelle. It's almost as if Gizelle is the captain of the cheerleader team and everybody wants to make sure they are in Gizelle's good graces. Let me run back and tell my mess and gossip to Gizelle. And all Gizelle gonna do is blurt it out while she eating Robin coochie where Robin did all this at while Juan watch. And Michael back there touching on her. Let me stop. Candiace, I ain't like that. You take a major L in my book. And the funny thing about it is, I think the thing that bothers me the most is because people pick and choose when they want to be bold and outspoken and when they want to be so womanly and mature. And it's like if you only had that same fortitude with your mama. Like if you could only articulate to your mama what's going on in your life to the same level in which you were being messy at that table. And I think, Candiace, the reason why I'm giving you the business right now is because I really like you and I really like Monique. And that was just uncalled for. With Gizelle of all people. Like I have an issue with people who purposely fuel people who don't like me information that's negative. That just wasn't cool because y'all know that's all Gizelle gonna do is take that to Robin and turn it into something 10 times over, and it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass, Miss Candiace. You just watch and see. Ashley and Kara go to this salt lady. Listen, y'all. I don't know that I'm buying that stuff with that salt lady. I just really am not. You know, it is so fitting when somebody says their child died, their husband died, their mom died, to be like, he's right here with me and he said everything is going to be okay. You got this. Tell me what else he said. Tell him to tell me something good. Tell me that he loved me. What else did he say? I mean, how cliche, generic, and general is he right here? And you ain't scared? You ain't scared? You be in that place by yourself with them rocks and that damn sand, and that man right here saying you got this, and you ain't scared? Nah, something ain't. Ask Karen Daddy what's the Sling TV password, since you ain't scared. Child, let me get off the line. That's a girl, y'all be sure if you haven't and you want to check out Sling TV. I'm telling you, it will change your life, and moreover, it will change your bills and leave a little extra more money in your pocket so you can go down to the bar and be messy like Candiace. Nevertheless, check out slingtv.com/promo and be sure to use the promo code FUNKY. You can get the first 3 months for as low as $15 a month. And I will call you girls later. Bye.